Hello everybody, ladies and gents, welcome back. Broke Cows here. Please like, subscribe, and comment. We're gonna get ready here and slurry this field so we can try and see if we can get a double fertilization yielding on this field. We're gonna slurry this and then pay a worker to plow it. And then I think we're gonna go by maybe. I think we're going to go buy the larger cultivator so we can get these fields turned over quicker. And even though I know it goes into orbit, we're just going to work around with that and play with the garage when we need to. So we'll get as much of this field slurried as possible. Actually, I'm just going to turn on the cruise control and drive around in circles. We'll get as much of this fertilized as possible, then we'll plow it and cultivate it and fertilize it with real fertilizer and plant it. We got our potato planter. That field's already plowed, so we're just gonna have to cultivate and seed and all that up. Not all on. We're just gonna slurry this for a little bit, and then I'll come back and join you guys again when we're doing something else, because we're not gonna watch me spray this whole field. And this ain't gonna work. We're not gonna watch me spray this whole field, and nor are we gonna watch a worker plow it. And basically, when the worker's plowing, since I only have one tractor in the meantime, kind of leaves the options minimal. Can't really do anything. Can't even go sell manure because you can't attach the front loader to that other one. This thing's going like this thing's having a hard time with it, and I just fixed it, so it's not like it's anything wrong with the tractor. I just filled it and fixed it and everything. It's just heavy slurry spreader and weak tractor. So I guess I'm not going to be too concerned if it's 100%, because we're going to come back with solid fertilizer anyway and at least make it 100%. Wow. This thing is having a real hard time. And same thing, I mean, the cows don't need to be fed, but we can't really do anything with the cows, because until we start making some serious money, can buy more tractors. This is the only guy to do the main work. At least the irrigation stays for quite a long time, because that's still hanging out. And those days ago when it rained. What we should even do, what I'm probably even gonna do, is I'm just gonna. It's gonna take longer, but I think I might just keep on driving up to the top of the field, then spraying going down, because obviously it's going to take a lot less power to go downhill, and it won't be turned on working while we're driving up to the top of the hill. So yeah, that seemed to be quite a bit better. This thing doesn't like to operate and turn on or anything though, so yep. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys in a little bit. I'm just going to slurry this field and then pay a worker and sit here and figure what I'm going to do. Well, part of it is I'm going to drive down the shop and buy the bigger cultivator, but that's going to take all of about 2 minutes, so that won't take the whole time that this guy's plowing. And I'm pretty sure we're nowhere near profitability, because we did all the fixing all the tractors and all that stuff. So yeah, we're off by, we're only off by $9,000 though, so we're not too upside down. So we'll see you in a bit. Alright, let's get this guy going and then jump in the other tractor and go buy that cultivator. I won't be able to hook up to it, but at least we can go buy it, save a little bit of money from buying it at the store, and then we can just transfer to the garage. I was off by a millimeter or so he's going to back all the way up. It's fine by me. He'll get it done, and he'll do a fantastic job. So, actually, I think I already got the, yeah, I already got the potato thing cooked up, but, yeah, I guess we can disconnect it. Ooh, didn't like that. So let's get on down to the shop. Got a nice little dash in here. Speedometer. Get on over here. Give me a cultivator. We're just going to buy a new cultivator instead of trading in the little one, because then we can keep the little one too. In case later on when we have more tractors, we can pay workers and get a couple fields cultivated at once. But let's come on over here to cultivation. Let's get the big old guy. 7 grand. There we go. Get the cultivating done twice as fast. But now we just gotta ship this on over to the shed because we can't pick it up with this guy. So XL should be that guy. Get him out of there. Open up the garage. Ship him on over to shed 13. And then that should be we golden. Now we just gotta wait for that guy to God, this game looks so good. I keep on forgetting that it looks even better when I'm in like farming simulator style view and not third person PC style, mod style. But now we gotta wait for that guy to get done plowing basically, because we can't do anything else with we can fertilize with this guy, but want to at least cultivate the fields first before I do that. If I remember to, if I can, sometimes I'll fertilize after I cultivate, so I can actually see what I'm doing when I'm planting. Otherwise, the shade of the brown is not much different. Let's head on over this way. That's where you're going to buy your fuel trailer. And it takes 3 days to build. And then you have a old broken down fuel trailer. But yeah, we can't cultivate yet. We can't plant yet, obviously. I don't want to fertilize yet, so we're going to have to... I was wondering what was going to happen there. We're going to have to hurry up and wait for that guy, so... We'll see you all probably when we're planting potatoes or something, because we don't necessarily need to see me cultivate or fertilize. We haven't done any planting of potatoes yet, so we'll probably at least plant a little bit of those, and then this is probably going to take too long for me to get it done tonight, so another day. But in this recording, or in this episode, where am I going? I'm going the completely wrong way. So Actually, no, not necessarily, because I'll probably want to, like I said, we'll pick up the fertilizer. Because after I cultivate these fields, I'll fertilize them before I plant them. So we'll pick that up, or I'll pick that up, and then I'll join back with you guys when I'm planting potatoes, probably. And then we'll plant some of the potatoes. And then we'll see you again in a couple days when we're doing the harvesting and whatnot. Because otherwise the next day would be grass. And we don't need to see me mow and bale grass. Unless it's a... I'll look in a second, but unless it's a cow day. To move cows around. Which I don't think it is, and we're really going to have to kind of hurry up and buy that other cow shed so we have somewhere to go with the old cows once they turn old. Functionalities, notifications. So yeah, we got 2 days. So yeah, maybe, we'll see. Maybe we'll join back in a couple days, because then we're going to have to sell 5 more cows and move the calves that are now going to be cows over to the cow shed. So I'll see you in a bit, probably selling cows or planting potatoes. Let's just go see how he's doing. I thought I could just walk up to it. There he is. 78% done. Yee. I don't know how you, if you can go lower, zoom in with the camera or anything like that. Doesn't look like it. Oh yeah, you can. Oh, sweet. You can get real close. Get out of the way. But that's the part I can't do, is like, seems like it's always kind of pointing down at an angle and I can't really adjust it. Ah! Alright, sorry. This is crazy. See you in a minute. We're definitely going to have to get a bigger tractor eventually, because this thing doesn't even like the cultivator. And yeah, this field's... We're actually going downhill now. So, just wanted to pop in for a second. We'll be back. Alright, all the fields are done cultivating and fertilized. Time to start planting them. We're going to disconnect this cultivator, but I know this is the one that likes to fly into orbit when you disconnect it. So I'm gonna try and disconnect it outside of the shed, so in case it does go flying, it doesn't take out the rest of my equipment. And then someone mentioned something on one of my videos a long time ago about if the weight wasn't hooked up, then this thing didn't jettison into space. So we might as well try that out. And it doesn't fly off every time, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so we have success there. Sometimes it'll just go flying into orbit. Then I'm just going to take this trailer and park him back over by this field right here, because if I remember right, with potatoes, you had an extremely hard time dumping the potato harvester into this trailer. Like, it basically won't work, so don't even try. So we're going to park this over here and leave this specifically for Stop. We're going to leave this specifically for this field. And then we're going to get our planting done. I won't have you guys tag along for all that, but we're going to get our planting done. And then we'll come back in a couple days when our calves are all grown up so we can sell some cows and move some new cows over to this pen over here. Probably have to feed them. And then it'll be time for me to mow and bale grass, but I think even before that I might try and transfer our bale trailer over to the other shed so we can pick up the couple silage bales that I have working down in the other field. So let's get going. I'm going to waste a lot of money on workers too, so I guess we'll start with this field and we'll pay a worker to get this one going. I usually pay workers to plant potatoes, but we're gonna plant the potatoes this time. So let's get this guy going. 1,500 bucks. I actually did it right because he didn't back up. Now let's get in this old guy. I think you get a... oh no, you don't have to lower it. So, all right. So let's get some potatoes in the ground. Potatoes are harder to plant because it's you just got a couple little runs here. It's kind of a little bit harder to see where you've been or to line it up properly. Get my cruise control going. So we got potatoes planting. Hope for the best because potatoes make you exceptionally more money in this game. We're gonna end up having to, we'll see how big of a loan we take out, because we're gonna, a couple days we're gonna have to take out a loan at least to get the harvester, the potato harvester. But depending on how much it is daily cost, I may take out a larger loan so we can get trailers for this field and or tractors. We'll see. I don't like taking out loans, and I don't usually, but need to get this rolling. Need to start getting money coming in so it's not a constant struggle. And that's going to be the selling point for the potatoes right there, so we don't have to go very far at all. Get these potatoes going, and I'll finish this line and then I'll catch back up with you in a little bit so you don't have to sit here and watch me drive 3 miles an hour up and down the field for an hour. Because I'm sure that's not what you want to see. If you do, let me know. And we can oblige and sit there and just drive around at 3 miles an hour planting a field. But I have a stinking suspicion this isn't what you want to watch the whole time. You just want to see the progression and see what's going on, and so in order to do that I gotta play for hours on end to get to a point that is progressed. Like I said, we'll finish this row and then we'll catch up with you guys in a little bit. While that guy's over there planting that field, we'll plant this, and we might actually catch back up with you momentarily real quick just to kind of see. I'll plant the other field that we slurried and see what it's saying we're going to make off that field, and then we'll fertilize it and see how much or if it changed. So we'll see you in a little bit. Alright, that guy's done finishing planting over there, so we're going to pay a worker to finish this field planting the potatoes because I'm fighting to stay awake here. I don't want to fall asleep while I'm driving the tractor. So let's pay this guy and we should get most of that money back. And we'll get back in over this guy. And, oh yeah, because I paid him. I'm like, why is there so much barley left? when you pay the workers, you don't lose any of your seeds or fertilizer, whatever's loaded in your tool, because kind of baked into the cost of you paying a worker, I think, is the cost of any seeds or fertilizer, the cost of fuel, the cost of fixing your tractor back to the point of wherever it was when you gave it to them, that type of thing. So it's another way to kind of, I used to do that with potatoes, especially since potatoes kind of run out pretty quick. I would, not only because it's harder to plant, but because of that, I would pay workers to plant my potato fields, because they could keep straighter lines and they could plant it better, and I wouldn't use up any of my potatoes, and I basically would fill up that potato planter the very first time and then never again, because I never had to fill it again. So we got to get over to this field and plant that, and it's currently 100% fertilized because of the slurry. But when we did that other field behind us that just got planted, it seemed like it almost seemed like profit went up, but not the money we're going to make off the field. So we'll see what happens. But we clearly had a pretty good harvest on that last field last time, so I'm still wondering whether or not this does anything, and whether you can double fertilize basically, or if I'm wasting solid fertilizer. And then actually, probably real quick before we plant this, we got our slurry tanker over here. I think we're going to, I can't remember if there's anything left in it. If there's anything left in it, we're going to sell it right here at the biogas plant real quick, just to make whatever, a couple $100 probably. So let's disconnect this real quick. Head on over here, see if there's anything in this thing. Because I can't remember if I ran out. I think I may have ran out. And, yep, empty, so never mind. We're just going to plant this field. And then we'll see what we're looking at here. Field number 17, this is. So let's check out the statistics on this field real quick. So field 17 currently shown, it's not planted, class 5 acres, and 89% current profitability versus target profitability. It's probably because of the free slurry. So I guess it's time to plant this guy while the guys finish the tomatoes, and then we'll see you in a second when it shows you how much we're actually earning off this field after planting it, and then we'll fertilize it real quick and check it out again. Alright, we're basically planted here. Potato guy's done. So let's see how much this says right now. Field 17, now we're working with 50% efficiency class and suggested crop. Because I think it's supposed to be root. No, it is supposed to be grain field. So that's interesting. Maybe the efficiency class, because it's a class 5, that's why it's only 50% or something, I'm not sure. Current profitability versus target profitability is 34%. And then it's showing max revenue of $61.63, estimated profit $23.62. So we're gonna, this doesn't really matter, but we're gonna drop that off and pick up our fertilizer spreader. And then we're going to fertilize this field and see if it changed at all. So let's fertilize this field. And this, you can't see it going like on the field, but you can see it on the mini map. So you basically just have to drive by the mini map, because in this game the mini map changes real time. As you can see, there's a gray strip where we're passing over where we're getting fertilized. Yeah, we're already at 100%. I wouldn't say we should get to 100% because we'll pick up the spots that we miss with the slurry machine, unless it automatically selects it to 100% once you start doing this, because I'm sure seems like there had to have been other spots we missed, but guess not. So let's try and get as much of this field as we can, and then we'll see in a minute to see what it says. Alright, now we're done basically more or less fertilizing that whole field, so we'll see what she says now. Alright, 27.87, so I think that went up about $400 for the estimated profit. The current profitability versus target, that went up 2%. So I don't think that changed the max revenue. So I guess I'm still slightly unclear as to whether this is actually doing anything or if I'm wasting solid fertilizers. So now all the fields should be planted. This one's plowed, cultivated, sown, fertilized, and partially irrigated still. And then we're going to have our other ones over here. This one should be just cultivated. Yeah, this one's just cultivated, sown, fertilized. And then we got our potatoes over here. As you can see, this icon changes too, depending upon what crop type you have planted. But we got this one's plowed and fertilized and yada yada yada. And then we got potatoes on that field. So now now I'm gonna have to move around a ton of equipment. And then I'm just gonna sleep for a couple days and cows should be ready. So we'll see in a little bit, because I gotta bring this fertilizer back to the shed, and that seeder back to the shed, and this slurry spreader back to the cow farm, and go get the Landini tractor and get the potato planter back to the shed, and pick up the cow trailer and drive him down to the other cow farm and go to sleep. See you in a minute. Alright, we're going to try something real quick that I don't know how it's going to turn out. We're going to try and use the garage and ship this bale trailer down to one of my other sheds, but as you can see, there's still bales on it. Obviously could take them off, but I'm going to try and see what happens if it's still on it, because I don't know if it's I don't know what's going to happen. Are my bales going to disappear? Are they automatically going to sell my bales when I transfer it? Is it going to tell me it can't because there's bales on it? Are they going to catapult into the air? We don't know. But let's find out. So, functionalities, virtual garage, open map list. We got to go down to our SIPMA 1400 combo is what that one is called. So that's going to be that guy. I clicked on it, so it's going to allow me to move it. Otherwise it would have yelled at me, so move. Okay, it appears that it... Oh, right, good, there we go. The bales just fall off of the trailer, so cool. I don't get paid for the bales, then they don't disappear, and they don't catapult in there, and it will move it, so check. Now my combo should be down there, and then same thing, I don't particularly want to drive all this stuff, so we might as well ship as much of this stuff down there that we can. Oh, yeah, I don't want my... So, we're going to need the bale gripper, the Galucho 150, the Z-Tor, and if it lets us, the Landini. Yay! You can do 5 or 6. I think it's 6. However many slots are in the... We'll see when we get down there. However many slots are in the shed is how many you can move over there. Alright, so now everything's gone over here, and everything should be down at this shed. Let's get stuff hooked up here for tomorrow. Get her. Where's my, looks like we're gonna need the baler though. Oh no, the baler's right there. I must have already shipped it over here preemptively. So let's get in this guy, and once again, as you see, it cleans your equipment when you put it in the garage, so if you don't want your equipment clean, don't ship it in the garage. And I can't remember, but I think it may be just like Farming Simulator, like after so long, it might actually clean it for you. I can't remember. Maybe not though. Because like in Farming Simulator, if you don't clean your vehicles for like a week, it just, you'll wake up the next day and they'll be clean for no reason. This game, I can't remember how it does it. So let's do this. Then we're going to take this over to those grass fields because there's going to be silage bales working over there. So then we can pick those up and load them on here to get them out of the way when we start mowing again. And once again, like I said, we definitely are going to need to upgrade a tractor once we start. These potato fields need to start pouring in so we can get some money. And for the first harvest of the first potato field is going to go to paying back the loan. But then the second harvest we should be able to I think, be able to build the cow shed. Jump out real quick, see what these, I think they're only 1 day. Yeah, 36%, so we still got 2 days left on these things fermenting. So actually that's going to work out perfectly. In 2 days the grass fields are going to be ready to be harvested over here. The cows are going to be, I picked that up the wrong way, but I don't think it's going to matter because it's not like it's going to fill up this whole trailer. So we're not going to, I don't think I'm going to try very hard to organize it on here because we're not going to be anywhere near filling it up. But yeah, in a couple days our grass field should be ready to harvest. Our cows should be ready to move over to the other farm and sold a couple of them. And then we can mow some fields and bale some grass. And then probably, I'm pretty sure we're going to end up selling all of it because we just got some more silage here, and there's definitely should be, I think there's enough food over at the one cow farm at the moment. Next harvest we're probably going to want to keep most of them so we can stockpile up again because we're going to have some for the old cow farm. And the calf farm is probably going to need to be actually this is kind of stupid. Let's bring the trailer over there. That'll be pretty dumb to run back and forth. Hopefully this video isn't going to be too long because I want to get the it's probably going to be towards the end again, so hopefully it might end up titling something that doesn't happen until the very end of the video, but I want to at least get the taking out the loan to buy all the equipment in this video, possibly even harvest the field. It might end up being just buying all the equipment or something. We'll see. Because we're going to have to play this for a little bit, then edit and upload it, and then I'm going to have to take a break so I don't burn myself out playing this game for 10 hours straight. Go play some SnowRunner and record something for that. Never ended up going on a ride today. I was contemplating going on to another motorcycle shop to look at another motorcycle, but it started raining. It was busy during the daytime. It got too late, too tired. Me and my brother take care of my mom, and it's utterly exhausting. And looks like we actually have some, thank you very much. It looks like we actually have some female subscribers, some ladies out there, so thank you. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize if you're watching. I don't know, I haven't played House Flipper in quite a while, and I'm kind of almost assuming what other females might be watching me. Or either watching me for House Flipper or my sexy voice. But, get out of the way. Yeah. But we haven't recorded that in a long time because I've already gone through all the houses on PS4, and my computer, I don't like the way it records when I'm playing that game. It barely runs it, so I don't want to record it and have it looking kind of choppy and crappy looking or sounding. For whatever reason, the sound audio on the computer and record is much worse, and I'm using the same equipment, so I'm assuming, I'm not a computer guy, I'm assuming it's the whatever, like the audio channel or whatever in the computer, or the recording software, because I'm just using the stock that comes on your computer, Xbox Game Pass recording when I record on my computer. I like to do things as whatever, simple and cheap as I can. I'm one of those people who like to I guess find ways to still achieve the same results and have something that does just as good as a name brand style something or something like that for cheaper. Like for example with my scooters, when I go ride my scooters, they're not GoPros, but in my opinion, you tell me if you watch those videos, I think it's just as good if not better than a GoPro at a third of the cost. I ain't no dummy. Alright, so that was that. We'll see in a couple days. Because now we really are done for a couple days unless we went to go sell manure. But we'll probably wait to do that when we're over there again. Well, then again, we are going to be over there again because I'm going to have to drive this thing over there. But I'll do that off camera. So we'll see you in a minute. Alright, good morning. This lighting is so good. Calves should be all grown up. So we got to sell some of these cows real quick. It's still showing me 1 day left over for my grass, but we'll see when we get down there. It shouldn't be. Like the shadowing, the lighting, this game's great. So let's pick up 5 of these cows. Sorry, cows. I don't like to do it, but we got to. So we'll sell these cows. Get us $2,500 real quick. Give us a chance to drive by our field, see how they're doing. They should still have 1 more day. But like I was about to say, we should have at least a little bit of growth going on of them. So, and I'll let you guys know when we actually do it. I'll keep the secret, but I glanced at the stats for the new potato field that we planted and how much or what we were going to make. And I will say it's more than I remember I thought. So we should make a decent chunk of change off of this field when we plant it. Oh, hey. Apparently I forgot all my tools over here. So my weight for my Landini and my, actually let's fix that real quick. At least the weight. Let's get the weight down by the other shed so the Landini can pick it up when he's mowing. There we go. So get that over there. And then this will give me our potato field growing. Get some headlight action going because those look sweet too. Techland, Ice Flames, let's do it. Pure Farming 2023, let's go. I haven't heard anything about it. I know it's not happening, but we can hope. Whoops. Alright. Those guys are sold. Now we gotta head on down to the cab farm and pick those guys up, and I'll see you guys in a second when we get down there so we don't have to watch me drive down there for 5 minutes. Alright, we're almost there. We gotta go pick up these calves, move them over to the cow farm, and then our grass should be ready. Yep. Our grass is ready, but I think I'm actually gonna take a couple of pretty big risks here. I think I'm going to completely skip harvesting the grass this time, even though make us around 4 grand or something like that, but I think I'm going to skip harvesting it to save the gas and wear and tear on my tractors and to speed things along so we can get the big money coming in with those potato fields. Plus, I don't really particularly feel like playing for another 2 hours and editing for another hour after that. And hopefully, you guys are waiting for the next episode. So let's get this going. So yeah, now we got oh, we're still at the calves. Maybe we won't have to fill this one because these calves eat really slow. It's still at 76% fodder. So let's get these old cows moved over to 10% manure. Yeah, so like I don't think they make milk until they're cows, so all our milk now is probably gonna end up being over at the adult cow and the old cow farm. Which we'll see how we play that too, whether we end up just keeping the old cows over at that farm and let them give us milk and manure and all that stuff and let them live out the rest of their lives over there over by the windmills once we start buying the windmills probably, or sell them, but we'll see because we can still get $2,500 every 3 days from the calves, so maybe we'll at least wait till the old cow thing is full, because I don't think it's the way we're rotating animals. We probably won't ever have 10 full, like a full pasture full of adult cows. They'll probably always be, I'm guessing it's going to be 5 and 5. There'll probably be 5 old cows and 5 adult cows that I just moved over to this farm or something like that. That's probably what it's going to end up being. And I think we still have 5 or 6 days, I think, until they turn old. But that's going to be cutting it real close. Because the loan that we're going to take out, we probably can't really afford, or we can't really afford, because it looks like it's going to cost us about $10,000 a day to pay back. But I'm going to take that risk and take it anyway, because like I said, that potato field will pay back a lot of it. And then the next potato field harvest that we get, we can buy the cow shed. So actually what we may even end up doing, now that we'll have the harvester and the planter, we may plant more than one field potato, since it's going to make us so much more money, and we don't need 70 bales of straw every 3 days. So let's drop these guys off. Welcome home, buddies. Alright, so now we're at 81%. Yeah, and they're all adults, because said it should be probably the way we're rotating them. We'll see if they even I'm actually kind of wondering if they'll ever even make it to become old, since we're selling 5 as we have 5 cows grow. We'll see. So, well, now those calves are moved, and then I think we might do it, and like I said, completely skip a harvest of grass, so we can save the gas and wear and tear on our tractors. Doesn't look like we really need to. We might as well. That'll top them off. I already got this preloaded, so we'll feed these guys real quick, get this thing full, and then I'll probably just see you guys in a minute tomorrow over at the shop when we're taking our loan. I guess there's no sense of taking out a loan today and having another payment that we don't need to make, because our field isn't ready to harvest yet anyway. So let's fill this up. I don't think I'm going to bother refilling it today or right this second, because it's probably going to be 3 or 4 days before we even need to give them more food anyway, so we got time for that. So calves are brought over, cows are sold. We may end up selling manure later. That's probably what we'll do. Well, I don't know, whatever. I talk too much and think too much, so we'll see you in a minute. Well, I screwed up stopping my recording again, so I'm assuming we lost all of that, so I'm not sure what was in that little segment, but we brought the calves over to the cow farm, we sold the cows, we drove over to the bank to take out a $100,000 loan, and then we just bought this Landini tractor, the weight, the harvester, the trailer, and then I'll meet you over at the field. Alright, here we go. Time to harvest this field. See what happens. This guy's even going to have a kind of a hard time with it. But I think that's going to be right, because after a couple harvests we'll be able to get another tractor, and the red one can be downgraded to like cow fun with selling manure and loading bales, and until we get the other silage wrapper making silage bales, and the Landini, smaller Landini, can be fertilizing, planting potatoes. This guy could be the cultivator, and then a larger tractor when we get it can be the one used for this or whatnot, plowing, stuff like that, pulling the trailers. We're gonna do a couple runs going this way, just so I have room to turn around. And that trailer over there, pretty sure still isn't even going to be big enough. But the selling point is right there. Yeah, potatoes are harder to aim properly to harvest them, and they take absolutely forever. Just trying to get a couple strips done here so we have room to turn around, and then we'll pick back up with you in a little while when I'm done to see how much we actually made off this field, because like I just said, potatoes take an incredibly long time depending upon the size of the field. This is a 7-acre field, so won't be like our potato field over by our main house. That's whatever, 30 acres or whatever it is, but still gonna take a bit. Screw that all up. And it fills up real quick. I think potatoes are only $3.50 a ton or something like that, but as you can see, we've done nothing, and we already have more than a ton. But we'll see in a minute, because this is gonna take forever. Alright, first trailer already full. You need to fold it first back up to put the pipe out, conveyor out, whatever this thing is called, and then you gotta dump it. I don't remember having a problem with this trailer. There we go. I was gonna say, I don't remember having a problem with this trailer. It's like that just shows you right there, like it barely gets in this one, and the yellow trailer is higher. And I don't know how I don't think you can, the pipe, I don't think you can move it up and down. I could have sworn I did it one time when I was playing, and I have no idea how I did it. Like that edge of this part should go up and down to raise it, but I was never able to do it. So I don't think it can. So I have no idea. So then you gotta fold it back up. And then unfold it. And as you see, we have 92% left of the field, and we already filled 10,000 pounds. So 10% was 10,000 pounds, so we're going to get whatever. Maybe we'll get close to 100,000 pounds off this field, which is a little redonkulous. But we'll see you when we're done. Just about full again. You can pretty much fit three full, whatever, harvesters, if you want to call this, into this trailer. Sometimes I'll go diagonally across the field in both directions. So then when you're going in loop, it works better with the harvester because this thing almost can make the turns. But then when you're going in circles like this, it doesn't leave those little triangular spots all the way up the field where you missed or couldn't make the turn or whatnot. So I'll kind of start at the corner of the field and go diagonally all the way across the other corner and do that on both sides. And then when you're going around in circles, you pick up everything until your turning radius is too small. So I guess real quick I can show you so I don't have to stop in between. But if we go into statistics and the farm economy, if we go down to actually it'll be separate, it'll be potatoes. So there you go, potatoes 0. I thought I was gonna have to go into harvest income, but I forgot it separated them, so that way I don't have to stop and like, oh, here's our first trailer, here's the second trailer, here's the third trailer. We'll just come back when we sell the whole field, see how much we made. Alrighty, field is done. Time to sell the last trailer. As you can see up in the top corner, I made a decent chunk of change, like I knew I was going to anyway. But I was totally wrong about the price of potatoes. The price of potatoes is the same price as a regular crop. That's why we're making so much money off of it. So we got a bit. Get on up here to the potato chip factory, sell these potatoes. Drive on in here. Sell away. I like how there's like piles of potatoes too and stuff. And they actually, I think they increase in size as you dump potatoes in here, kind of. I can't remember. Maybe not. So that's another 10 grand from that trailer. I was getting around 12 grand on each trailer. So, what's the final tally? We made $48,529 off of that field. So, pretty good field. And we still have to harvest 2 barley fields and bale, so disconnect this real quick. We should get, I don't know, maybe $8,000 or so in sales from the other harvest, and then probably around 50 bales, so another $5,000 off of that. So we should be making another $12,000-$13,000 before all is said and done of refueling or fixing tractors and paying for seeds and paying for fertilizer, that stuff like that. So that should be about it. Time for me, I think I've been playing this for like 4 hours, so time for me to edit this, put this up, take a break. Thank you guys all for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you so very much. Next time when we come back, we'll see what we're going to do, because now that we got a decent amount of money, I was going to say we were going to use it to pay off the loan, but we're going to need to save money for all that other stuff I talked about and the $10,000 payment, so I might go a different direction with this. I'll think about it over time, but we may buy that. Just go ahead and get that cow place now, so we don't have to worry about whether we're gonna make it in time, make enough money in time, and maybe even we may even pick up one of these sprayers. They are a lot of money. I mean, it's like $16,000-$17,000 at the shop, but they are a lot of money. But this thing is very, very, very well worth it. You'll get at least a couple $1,000s extra on your field and your yield just from spraying that. And I think it costs $1,600 to fill it up, and it actually lasts quite a while. You could probably do 2 or 3 fields at least before the sprayer. We'll say 2. You could easily do 2 fields with the sprayer before it's empty, and you're going to get, depending upon the size of the field or whatnot, I have another video on it, watch that, but you're going to get at least a few $1,000s extra off of the fields. So I'll shut up. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment. See y'all later. Goodbye.